Practical tips for exercising your rights during police encounters. Now that we've covered the fundamental rights you have when interacting with law enforcement, let's explore some practical tips for effectively exercising those rights in various scenarios. During a traffic stop. If you're pulled over by the police while driving, pull over to a safe location as soon as possible. Turn off your engine, roll down your window, and keep your hands visible on the steering wheel. Be polite and cooperative, but remember that you are not required to consent to a search of your vehicle. You can provide your license, registration, and proof of insurance if asked, but you are not obligated to answer any other questions. During a stop and frisk. If you are stopped and frisked by the police on the street, remain calm and comply with their instructions. You have the right to refuse consent to a search of your person, but it's important to do so in a non-confrontational manner. Clearly state, "I do not consent to any searches," and keep your hands visible to avoid any misunderstandings. During a home visit. If the police come to your home, you are not required to let them in without a warrant. Politely ask to see the warrant and verify that it is signed by a judge. If the police do not have a warrant, you have the right to refuse entry. You can speak to them through a closed door or window and assert your rights without inviting them inside. During an interrogation. If you are taken into custody and subjected to interrogation by the police, assert your right to remain silent and request an attorney immediately. Do not answer any questions or provide any statements until you have consulted with your attorney. Remember that anything you say can be used against you in court, so it's important to exercise caution and protect your legal interests. After an arrest. If you are arrested by the police, remain calm and comply with their instructions while continuing to assert your rights. Do not resist arrest or engage in any confrontational behavior, as this could escalate the situation and lead to additional charges. Once you have been booked and processed, contact your attorney as soon as possible to begin the process of defending your rights and building your legal defense. Navigating police encounters can be intimidating, but by understanding your rights and following these practical tips, you can protect yourself and ensure that law enforcement respects your constitutional freedoms. Remember to remain calm, assert your rights clearly and confidently, and seek legal representation if needed. By exercising your rights effectively, you can safeguard your liberties and preserve justice for yourself and others. Understanding and exercising your rights during police encounters. In the United States, knowing and asserting your rights during police encounters is essential for safeguarding your liberties and ensuring fair treatment under the law. This two-part article provides comprehensive guidance on understanding and exercising your rights in various scenarios involving law enforcement. Understanding your rights during police encounters. The right to remain silent. Individuals have the right to refuse to answer questions posed by the police, except for providing basic identifying information. The right to refuse consent to search. Unless the police have a valid warrant or probable cause, individuals have the right to refuse consent to a search of their person, vehicle, or property. The right to leave. In most cases, if not detained or arrested, individuals have the right to leave the encounter with the police. The right to record. Individuals have the right to record police officers performing their duties in public spaces, where legally permitted. The right to legal representation. If detained or arrested, individuals have the right to legal representation and should invoke this right immediately. During a traffic stop, remain calm, cooperate, and refuse consent to a search of your vehicle unless legally required. During a stop and frisk, stay calm, comply with instructions, and assert your right to refuse consent to a search of your person. During a home visit, assert your right to refuse entry without a warrant and speak to police through a closed door or window. During an interrogation, assert your right to remain silent and request an attorney immediately if taken into custody. After an arrest, remain calm, comply with instructions, and seek legal representation as soon as possible. By understanding these rights and following practical tips for exercising them, individuals can protect themselves, preserve their constitutional freedoms, and ensure fair treatment during encounters with law enforcement. It's crucial to remain calm, assert rights confidently, and seek legal assistance when necessary to navigate police encounters effectively. Ultimately, exercising these rights helps uphold justice and accountability within the criminal justice system. Advice on adhering to the law. Know the law. Take the time to familiarize yourself with local, state, and federal laws. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse for breaking it. Respect authority. Treat law enforcement officers with respect and cooperation. Follow their instructions and engage with them calmly and courteously during encounters. Seek legal help. If you're unsure about the legality of an action or situation, seek legal advice from a qualified attorney before proceeding. Act ethically. Always strive to act ethically and morally in your personal and professional life. Consider the consequences of your actions on others and society as a whole. Resolve conflicts peacefully. When conflicts arise, seek peaceful resolutions through communication, negotiation, or mediation rather than resorting to violence or illegal actions. Thank you for watching. Remember, adhering to the law not only protects you but also contributes to the safety and well-being of everyone in our community. Let's work together to promote respect for the law and support our dedicated law enforcement officers in their efforts to maintain security. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more informative content. Don't forget to activate the notifications button so you never miss an update. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable information to our viewers. Thank you, and stay safe.